Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boxing Unlimited here, and we're going to talk about the aftermath of the fight between Janibek and Mikhailovich. Um, the title of this video we're making is Janibek Tames Mikhailovich, because Mikhailovich was all mouth all through the making of the fight. Um, Everybody expected him to perform better. But things happen for a reason. I think he's a young man. He will learn from this mistake, and he probably improve and come out again. Because from the action in the fight, all the action, he was caught very early in the rounds, and we'll tell you no particular order why he lost the fight. He lost the fight because he was caught early in the fight and he never recovered. Janibek never allowed him to recover. He was always tapping on him, methodically, systematically, dismantled him, and then all he fought on borrowed legs. His legs were turned into rubber. But one unique thing about the guy is Mikhailovich is he kept coming. Even though he was on steady legs, he kept trying to make it better, trying to come out and fight. That is really encouraging, to say the least. Having said that, we will say that sometimes when you talk too much and talk rash, you made to pay. And stanza by stanza, Janibek made him pay, and gave him a beating, so to say. But he came up with unique, and he's got heart. We are respecting for that, no doubt about that. He will come back again. He's young, but looking into the fight proper, yeah, I think it must have been the game plan of Janibek. Janibek came out and tried to, from the first stanza, from the first round, he tried to hurt him, and he did achieve that in round one, and in round two. And his legs were unsteady. His punches he carried no venom anymore. Mikhailovich was there trying to recover, trying to put up a fight. But we saw all happen. Janibek is more experienced and more thorough in his way. According to him, he felt he disrespected him, he wanted to put him in his place, and he tortured him. But having said that, we had the doubts about Janibek, about him being here because of his problem he had in July when the fight was supposed to be the first time the fight was made, and he had a problem with his weight making. In fact, he collapsed and was carried to the hospital. We thought that would have been an issue again because from all indication he's grown over the weight, he's managing. But there's a fight for him. There are two fights for him. But the one I want is him and Lara. Because they're both southpaws. It will be a very good fight. Because even though Lara is 41 years, age does not matter to him. These people like him and Beta BF and Zhang of China have a wonderful, wonderful way, and they're disciplined. And their fight is always explosive. We want to see Janibek fight Lara. Stand the Lala. If he wins that fight, then there's another one. We want him to unify the weight and then move up if it's possible, because the weight issues is a problem for him. If you look at him very well, you see that he was drained making the weight. I had fear that before the fight that fatigue would turn out in the late rounds, but it never came because what he did was to shock. Just like Debua shocked Joshua in the first round, once he does that, he won't allow the opponent time to recover. But against Lara, well, there will be a time for that talk anyway. But against Lara, it might not be easy. They're both southpaws, they set angles, they set traps, and they come out with that southpaw stance, which is very difficult for people to read. And for the boxers to read, but both of them being southpaws, it might be easier for them to read one another. it will be a counter and a good fight. And I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm hoping it's made as well, you know. Having said that, we'll come back to the proper fight, the aftermath of Mikhailovich and Janibek. It was an outstanding fight, and we all saw what happened, and it's a very good fight. Having said that, we also say that the patience of Janibek, when he was fighting, was very, very crucial to the win he had. He came out and with his game plan, and then came out and shocked him in the first round, because that is very, very important. And every other boxer must pay attention to that, especially before against Better BF. But we'll deal on that later on, But all these are fights that if you're caught in the first round or second round, it's very difficult for you to adjust and adapt and win the fight. But some people do that. We've seen Ashimore when he fought Duval from Canada. Duval from Canada, and he was down 3 times. I think 3 times or so. And then he kept coming up, and at the end of the day, he knocked Duval out. So there are exceptions to the rule anyway in everything we do, and this one wasn't an exception, because Mikhailovich never had a chance again after that. After he was caught, he fought on steady legs. He was all falling up and down, but he still had the will and the heart to continue. That is the most important thing in this that I took from him, in this fight. The will to survive, the will to continue is very important, But what do we have to say? He has, he has been beaten. He's down. Whether he moves up again, whether he comes back from this beating is the heart asks, But I hope his heart has not been demoralized by this fight, because he's still young, just 26 years. In a few years, it should take time out, think about it, and then be aware that when you come into the fight, in the first few minutes, it's very important. In fact, it's the most important part of the fight. Bone Crusher Smith was knocked out in round 1 in his first professional fight, but he later became the heavyweight champion. So it's not the end of the day. We'll see fighters go through this and then come out again to become champions. And that is where we're going to stop today. Do have a nice day, and God bless.